hungry for the power. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for the power. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for the power. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for the power.
Hi, my name is Dinamo Azari.
My name is Fritz Helder.
I'm starving at full.
Alixander III.
We met in a haunted house.
We definitely met at a haunted house. Yes. Haunted individuals.
You were totally haunted.
In a haunted time, in a haunted city, in a haunted house, for haunted people.
Meant in a haunted way.
Yeah. You know, sometimes when we can't quite figure it out, we have to hire in a professional, you know, so they'll come in and teach us, well, that's a minor chord and that's a major chord and that's a seventh. Okay, well, maybe you could just play it, you know, give you $50. We have a lot of friends that are, you know, great musicians.
I play mine. It's right here. Yeah.
Yeah, the cheapest one, eh? The cheapest instrument of them all.
No, it's not cheap. It's priceless.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it.
Can't be bought.
That's, you know, we weren't really controlling MIDI sequencers at, you know, the age of 8 or whatever, but yeah, we definitely grew up. Whether we were...
I was on the Amiga.
Well, he was. But, you know, we were learning drums or learning how to, you know, make a scene in our family room in front of our parents or whatever it was.
I'm hungry for the power. The thoughts in your head. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for the power. The game just goes on.
Wow, our inspiration is the four of us inspire each other, and the four of us coming from different backgrounds. We bring inspirations from those backgrounds, whether it's culturally or where we grew up or the part of town that we live in. So our inspiration is too vast and too wide to narrow it down to just being alive is inspiration enough for good music, right?
Alive and aware, you know? If you're alive and aware and you're not lost in your own thoughts and delusions, then you can actually start to see things around you and maybe make some interesting commentary on such.
I mean...
I don't know. No, you go ahead.
I mean, I guess Hunger for the Power is just like, you know, word of mouth, blogs first, and, you know, it builds up, it becomes a big snowball that just turns into an avalanche. And I guess that's what we hear now, you know? I mean, not just the track, but up to the entire album, really. I think people were listening, and I think they appreciated what we wanted to showcase, and
a lot of people have tried to disseminate it down into the kind of building blocks of what it is, and, you know, house revisionism and this and that. But I think that the whole thing, the way it comes across, the sentiment of it all, that kind of magic that's sewn in between the lines, is what people react to, whether it's unconsciously or consciously. There's a certain spell in that stuff, and whether you realize it or not, you're being affected by its message, which is not the words as they're written on the page. It's something much deeper and darker, sinister, infectious.
The thoughts in your head. I'm hungry for the power. I'm hungry. The game just goes on. I'm hungry for the power. I'm hungry for the power. On and on. I'm hungry.
That's private information. That's like asking a magician, like, how do they do their tricks? If I told you what kind of music I was listening to, then you'd know how the magic happens. We can't tell you that. All we can tell you is that if you do listen to music, make sure you're paying for it. Right?
And not with your hearing. You want to listen to good music that doesn't, you know, destroy what's left of our little hairs in there.
And try and listen to all types of music beyond pop music. You know, cultural music and beyond electronic. Yeah, the wider the variety, the better. Well, not to get too deep into it, but Our style is based again on our individual personalities, and obviously with fashion, fashion's a cyclical thing, right? So it pulls from the past. Like the 80s are inspired by the 40s, right? So I guess, yeah, we have, I guess if it's 80s and the fact that it's kind of, it has a lot of flair to it and it's individualistic, then yeah, that's 80s style, I guess. But our one
synthesizers kind of emerged in the 80s, you know, as an actual sequenceable device. Yeah. So yeah, you can't really, you know, we use tape machines, we use synthesizers, we kind of glam out.
And also, I mean,
It's a fun time.
we're all born in the 80s and before. So, I mean, it's bound to affect you somehow in how you grew up.
yeah,
I mean, it's just as kind of early to mid 90s as it is mid to late 80s, you know, so. And it's just as kind of current. I mean, things are current. You can't really, someone picks up a 4-piece guitar, bass, drums kind of thing and becomes the Strokes. And, you know, people were telling me that it sounded like the New York Dolls and shit. Sounded like brand new band to me, you know what I mean? So, it's really, it is what it is. I mean, you can't just come with something brand new or no one's going to understand or want it. You have to continue on the path that your forebears left behind you. You have to, right? You have to pick up where people left off. You're never going to have an original idea. You're only going to have a mutation on a previous idea. And that's like a fact of this world, you know? There's no originality. There's only mutation and evolution.
We didn't see much of it today. You know, we're on a tour bus with like curtains closed and sleeping.
From
But,
one coffin to another, kind of.
Yeah, it was interesting.
But the last time we were here, we got to walk down the river, and beautiful place. Went on a couple of dates. Some locals.
Beautiful canal down the little canal, and we've walked up and down that a couple of times, and some cool people. The skaters, the little nightclub, and everything's really expensive, but that's cool. You gotta pay. You pay for what you get. That's cool.
5 minutes to go up. Yeah, I'll tell you about the city because I saw a bit of it. You know, I went to the church. The one you guess like takes 5 minutes to go up, 182 stairs or something
No,
like that.
187.
187. Right. And coming down, I couldn't walk. I had to sit down because my thighs were hurting. I saw your little cupboard that had the Voltaire stuff. You know, it's got a bunch of sweets and
we had raclette at the
and raclette and fondue. And that little area.
Having tonight, that'd be great.
Oof, that's too heavy.
by having this interview with you, and then and then after we'll do a sound check. We'll go and have some good food, hopefully some fondue, and then we'll drink a bit, and then we'll hit the stage.
Let me just say, I just want to like start out that I hope to believe in my youth that 2000 would have been it. You know, fuck the Mayans, knew nothing about them. It just 2000 sounded good, computer, you know, related, and Y2K, end of the world. You know, I wish it had happened actually. You know, I wish it happened. It didn't. So does anyone believe in Mayans?
Well, I've never seen the Mayan calendar, for one, and our Gregorian calendar that we use, or whatever you call it now, dates and months have been changed so many times that technically we don't even know what year we're actually in, right? Or what month, because October is supposed to be the 8th month, but it's not the 8th month. So really, everything's so messed up and off kilter anyways that we can't even keep track of our own time. So the world will end when it's ready to end, and that's that.
When we're ready, it'll end.
The shit is gonna be done December 20th, 2012. The world will be over.